I'm Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's news update for Monday, February the 11th, 2013. The Associated Press reports that Israel's President Shimon Peres said he was saddened to hear of Pope Benedict XVI's announcement earlier today that he would be retiring at the end of the month. Peres said under his leadership, the Vatican has been a clear voice against racism and anti-Semitism and a clear voice for peace, further saying that relations between Israel and the Vatican are the best they have ever been, and the positive dialogue between the Catholic Church and the Jewish people is a testament to his belief in dialogue and cooperation. The Anti-Defamation League also expressed their appreciation for the Pope. ADL National Director Abe Foxman, who had 5 audiences with the Pope, said the pontiff had, quote, profoundly bolstered the positive trajectory of Catholic-Jewish relations launched by his predecessor, Pope John Paul II. Foxman commended Benedict's pledging that he would always stand with the Jewish people against anti-Semitism and for his strong condemnation of Holocaust denial, also noting Benedict's visits to Israel's Yad Vashem and the Western Wall, strengthening the relationship between Israel and the Vatican. The ADL director did note that there were also bumps in the road along the way, but that the Pope had listened to concerns when they arose and tried to address them. Pope Benedict will step down from his position on February the 28th, the first Pope to retire in office in 600 years. Israel's former Foreign Minister Avigdor Lieberman said on Saturday that while Israel will agree to peace negotiations anytime and any place without preconditions, a comprehensive peace with the Palestinians was impossible at the moment. Lieberman told Israel's Channel 2 TV station anyone who thinks that in the center of the diplomatic, political, and social tsunami that is shaking the Arab world, it is possible to get a magical solution of comprehensive peace with the Palestinians does not understand. Lieberman said it was impossible to solve the conflict. It needs, rather, he said, to be managed, adding that a long-term intermediate agreement between Israel and the Palestinians should be negotiated. The former foreign minister added that as far as the next step is concerned, the ball was now in Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas's court. The Jerusalem Post reports that Israel expressed its disappointment today over Cyprus's decision to upgrade the Palestinian mission in its capital city of Nicosia to that of an embassy, as we reported to you last week. Israel's Foreign Ministry Deputy Director General for Europe, Rafi Schutz, said that Cypriot Ambassador Dimitris Hatziarigou that Israel was surprised that Cyprus had not consulted with Israel before going through with the move. The Cypriot ambassador replied that Cyprus merely wanted to, quote, step into line with the other EU countries who had recognized a Palestinian state back in 1988 and that have since upgraded their missions to that of embassy, namely Romania, Bulgaria, Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, and Malta. The Jewish Week reports that a new unit in the Israeli army will work on integrating Ethiopian soldiers. Army Radio reported that Brigadier General Eli Schurmeister set up the IDF unit last month after senior IDF officers learned that half of all Ethiopian soldiers were sentenced to military prison at some time during their Army service due to difficulties they had adjusting to Army life. And finally, a man who has been called one of the great Jewish philosophers of his generation, Rabbi David Hartman, was laid to rest today following his funeral at the Shalom Hartman Institute in Jerusalem, the pluralistic Jewish center which he founded in 1976. Hartman had passed away on Sunday at the age of 81 after a long-term illness. He had suffered from diabetes and from heart disease. Revered as a teacher, scholar, and leader in liberal orthodoxy, Hartman was remembered fondly by his family as well as by hundreds of students and faculty who filled the Hartman Institute's Beit Midrash on Monday to pay tribute. Rabbi Hartman was born in Brooklyn in 1931 and became one of the most prominent students of Rabbi Joseph B. Soloveitchik, who ordained him as a rabbi. After serving at several congregations in the U.S. and Canada, Hartman made Aliyah, immigrating to Israel with his wife and 5 children in 1971, where he served for many years as a professor of Jewish thought at Hebrew University. Hartman published dozens of articles and books and acted as an advisor to many prime ministers on the issues of religious pluralism in Israel and on the relationship between Israel and the diaspora. Following his funeral this morning, he was laid to rest at Har HaMenuchot Cemetery in Jerusalem. He is survived by his wife Bobby, 5 children, 16 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. Shalom TV will pay special tribute to Rabbi Hartman on Wednesday. Please check the schedule on shalomtv.com. And that's Shalom TV's news update for Monday, February the 11th, 2013. I'm Teisha Bader.